So, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and welcome to 2025, where today, I don't know if anything's actually working, so I've got to make sure that you can hear me and see me and everything. Looks like it's working on Twitch, at least that you can see me, but I've got to turn on my speakers here. So let's see. If you can hear me, then this is working just fine. Yeah, it's all perfect. Now, a lot of different things from New Year's. As you know, I went into New Year's with a terrible haircut, and I got that fixed the next day because I wasn't gonna carry on with that. So that's already fixed. This is what I'm going with for now. It's just like a textured fringe, and honestly, I had it done and immediately was like, this is actually really quite good. And I've over the past couple of days, I've kind of been like, this is so much better than any other textured fringe I've ever had, that I could actually see myself having this for longer than just to grow it out. You know, but I don't know. Just got in, so I'm gonna take my shoes off. I wanna see what my stream looks like. So let's see. You know what, it actually looks really good. Like, I pretty much mastered the way that this is supposed to look. I've turned my phone around, so hopefully it's a bit better cropped in now. I didn't mean to have this exposed, I don't do that. Because it just looks a bit awkward. I can't, what am I on about? Can't lie. This is Prime Sam. Prime Sam today, Prime Samuel David. Anyway, there isn't really any set thing for this stream. I'm literally just gonna do whatever. I'm gonna play some Minecraft, talk. I'm thinking I need to buy some new jeans and stuff, so I'm gonna do that. You know, go clothes shopping, get set up for 2025, basically. Now this, I was gonna show this at the start of the stream, but I ended up sitting straight down because I wanted to check everything. But this is the Uniqlo Airism. I just got it in a couple of days ago, and I made a video as soon as I got it, like a short, and it just ended up being awful. Like, it was so awkward. So yeah, I didn't post that, but yeah, this is really quite nice. I don't know what to say about it, but there you go. So there's that. I've also got the black and the grey versions. This is the grey. This isn't the black. The black's in there. I've just taken out the wrong t-shirt. This is from H&M. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. These aren't the way that I thought they'd be. I thought they'd be a lot heavier weight, because I've actually got a t-shirt that feels higher quality than this. I've got a couple that do. Like my Yeezy ones feel higher quality than this as well. These really are. When they say Airism, they really are lightweight. So yeah, they feel good quality while still being light. I wouldn't call them heavyweight, they're not. But I was kind of, when I think about oversized tees now, I kind of go oversized heavyweight, but they're not, it's not the same. That's not what these are. So, that's one thing to get used to anyway. Let me see if I can get my PC screen up. I've kind of changed my setup around a bit because I had a bit of a nightmare. The last time I was going to stream was only a couple of days ago. I think I was going to stream 2 nights ago. And I had the chance, and I plugged in my iPod so I could use it as a mic. And ever since, it's just not worked. And it's nothing to do with the iPod. The iPod is still fine. It's 100% my Mac's problem. It just will not work. No matter what I do, it just... Like, let me just prove it, actually. Let me just do something. Once I've got my Mac's screen capture, we'll prove that it just works fine and it's nothing to do with the Mac at all. I'm just gonna keep my thing up, my stream over here on the desktop, just so I've got it, because I don't want anything to go off. If this goes off, I've got to know, so it doesn't mess with anything. I've got to know. Right, so here's my iPod. turning on. I had to charge it, but it's actually working. I've got my cable here. If I plug this into my PC, and this is a PC with massively messed up like front panel audio ports, but it should still work. If not, I'll have to try and do it on my laptop, but I'm not gonna go that far. So let's see, it's still turning on. Once this is on, it actually is fast. It's just, it takes ages. So let's have a quick check as to whether this is on YouTube or not. I don't know if it's live on YouTube. There it is. And has it got audio? This is on, it actually is fast. It has. I actually hate my side profile, guys. I really do. I need to do some jaw exercises. No, I just need to change the angle of the camera. I'm not gonna even remotely mess about with that one. Let's see. You know what? It needs to be higher, so it needs to be this way, I think. But the thing about that is it puts it on the other side. So like if I do that, I don't know. I feel like it needs to be this way. I'm gonna spend half the stream messing around with the camera, but it's all right. So, mic, headphones, straight away, because what it keeps doing on my Mac is it keeps trying to use my Mac's microphone, because the Mac has a combined, like a headset port, which I hate them. Why would you do that? Why would you not separate them? Or at least, in macOS, let me tell macOS that this is just to be used as a microphone, and I can't see anything about it anywhere. So it just assumes that it's a headset when it's not, and this assumes that it's got to use the Mac's microphone. So it's in this infinite loop of just Mac microphone, iPod microphone, Mac microphone. This just sees itself as, you know, a mic for that. So let's go into voice memos or sound recorder or whatever it's called in Windows. And so this is not working, although that's a fake webcam. So let's do Realtek Audio. This looks like it's working through this, because that would have to be what this is. This looks like it's working through this flawlessly, and these are on my mics. It's not this one. Well, it is this one. It's not one of the other ones. So it's really annoying. I don't know how to fix it. I want to find a way to pass through mic audio. There might be a way to do it with the software that I have, which is NDI, but I don't know. Let's see. There's webcam, which is, I mean, that's one useful thing. There's the screen capture, which is what I use to, because I stream everything from my Mac. The reason I do that is because I've got my iPhone camera with continuity camera. It looks so much better than anything else I've got. So I need to use that, really. And it works great for that. You obviously can't use it on Windows, otherwise I would. And it also means I can like run games at like max FPS or whatever. I don't use my PC for anything else. Either way, how am I supposed to get the microphone audio from my PC into a Mac? I don't know. I'm just going to have to project my voice more, basically. Either way, where can I put my mic, my camera? That's so awkward. I can't talk today. I genuinely, I've come on really awkward into this stream. It's annoying me. Let's put that there. Is that it? See, I'm using my Twitch stream as like a judge as to whether this is working or not, and it is, but like it's really delayed. So I don't know. Hopefully that's all right. I would zoom in more, but I don't know what it's going to look like. It's probably going to crop me in too much. Let's have a look. Is it? No, that's actually better. Anyway, you can see my very messy, unmade bed there. It was made earlier, but I got back into it because I had nothing to do. So I was just on TikTok. Oh, what I was looking for actually was like stuff to complete my outfits. So I want to get some new jeans and stuff. I've heard about like so many decent brands. So you got, you know, Pull & Bear, Zara, Levi's. I've got Levi's. You've got all these different brands and I don't know what to go with. It's just like I've got so much information that I don't know what to do with all of that. Also, I have spent the whole day pretty much procrastinating, not even doing, like stressing out about these 2 English assignments, which by the time anyone realistically watches this will be long over, which is, I'm so glad about that. So there's one which is 1,000 words, and there's one which is 1,500. I've done 500 words of the 1,500 word one. The other one I've done none of. One of them is due in Monday. That's the one I've done more of. And the one that I've done nothing of is due in on Tuesday. I can't wait for them to be over. I really cannot wait for them to be over because I haven't been to enough of the seminars for them, so I don't know what I'm doing. They haven't given enough instructions, even if I had been. And everyone that I talk to seems to have a different idea of what the actual instructions are, like what we're supposed to do. So I have no idea. I'm just going to go with it. But yeah, not something I'm very happy about. I just want it to be over. I know my first grade of university might not be amazing, but genuinely, I don't care if I'm gonna, you know, improve it next time. I didn't want it to be this way, but there's not much I can do about it, and you know, I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just genuinely, I have no idea what I'm doing. So also, I should have started earlier, but I didn't know it was going to be this this impossible to do. I mean, there's been other people that have started just as soon as I have, and still kind of have they have more of an idea, but they're not feeling great about it. So feels like my F1 keys moved. It's not though. But this is my like main Minecraft world. I can't even remember what the exact point was of coming on Minecraft first. Maybe I'll go off. I'll go on something else. But I'll probably come back onto this. This is what I've been building lately. It's a it's like a disco. But I don't know how to actually format this. I think the last time I was on, I don't know. I didn't see the timestamp. I think it was New Year's Eve before my stream. So I was kind of building. This was going to be a building with like a, you know, the New Year's ball on top, and it was going to sort of drop. Obviously, you can't make it drop in Minecraft, but you'd imagine that it was going to do that. And I guess what it would be, there'd be like an entrance bit here, which would end about here, and then the dance floor, and like a glitter ball or something. But yeah, I don't know. Can't do that right now because I don't want to. Do it later. So I'm thinking, do I I can't remember what I was going to say. I actually had in my head what I was going to say. I was leaving it for a second while I checked that, and now I've actually forgotten what I was going to say. There's a funny story. Basically, my friend Andrew from the US, he was on a podcast today, and sometimes he kind of forgot what he was, like he lost his train of thought in the middle of what he was trying to say. And I know where that comes from in a lot of cases, maybe not in his, but in a lot of cases it's a social anxiety thing. Like when you're in front of like an audience, and this didn't used to be the case at all for me. You know, with a live streamed audience, it feels a lot more intense, especially now, because when I first started making videos, I was 11 years old, completely unashamed. like not even remotely bothered about what anybody thought about me. And you can tell when I'm like more bothered, you know, when I've got more social anxiety on a day because I stutter, I kind of don't know what I'm saying, I forget my train of thought, and I'm not talking like this, right? So yeah, and I just topics of conversation just don't come as easily, and I sound more robotic. Anyway, that's what I think that kind of thing comes from. And it reminded me, you know, that kind of thing happens with me sometimes, and it's annoying. Happens on live too, but you just got to kind of deal with it. Now, hopefully, I can frame this shot better because I can push this down and up. Another thing that was really annoying me about this tripod, which brand new tripod, only got it really recently, and I've actually really liked it. The thing that was really annoying me about it was the legs were just stuck out, like completely out, extreme out. You couldn't do anything with them. I don't know how it happened, but it was like that for like a day and a half, so I couldn't properly use the tripod or anything. I've managed to fix it now, but it was really annoying. But luckily, it's okay now. I've got my mouse in the way of the leg of the tripod, so I need to move that so I can push this back, and hopefully that's now perfect. In theory, that doesn't need touching now, although now my top of my head's cut off. I need like a permanent streaming setup, but I don't want one, so I've got to kind of balance that. Also, I feel like turning the room light on, because I feel like the harsh shadows on my face, I don't really want that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that on, and then I'll actually do something. I'll tell you what, this hair looks way better in the mirror than it does on camera, because these things distort you massively. Either way, here we are. I thought there's clothes on my bed. It's literally just my bed sheets. So let's look for some clothes. Let's sort myself out for 2025. I've got the t-shirts. I've got 3 of them. I actually already want to get more because I know that I'm gonna wear them a lot. So I've heard a lot about Pull and Bear. The thing is, I want to maximise what I can get for my money. Also, I've just realised what's going on with my framing here. You guys, you've got this like bar on the side, this gradient bar that I made for when the things like the resolution isn't matched up. So basically, this image is 900p, and the whole frame of the image is 1080p. So I'm further off to the side. I need to fix that. It's going to annoy me because I wasn't sure why it was doing it. I kind of not realised that I'd done that. So if I do centre, at least now, because I can't like massively stretch. Oh no. I really hope that was on wireless. I really hope that was on. It was, okay. Because it was plugged into my dock, which has Ethernet. So I was hoping, because that just came out as well, I was hoping that hadn't messed everything up, but luckily everything's still fine. Either way, it's still going to be a smaller resolution image inside of a 1080p frame, but that's fine because at least you can kind of, everything's centered, you can see everything in the center of the screen. So yeah, I think I've got like £240 for Christmas, and that was what I was hoping to spend sort of on clothes. I was going to spend even more like when I get paid, but I was hoping to get some Levi's. But the thing is, every one of them, this is really annoying. My hair is literally shedding as I'm making this thing. I was going to get some from the High Cross in Leicester. I went to the Levi's store, but all of them, like, they don't seem to have any vegan jeans. I actually want my jeans to not be covered in a massive leather tag. As sort of boring as that sounds, And I'm not some raging vegan or anything, but genuinely, I just don't see the need in it. You know, and they're good jeans, but yeah, I just don't really like it. So I didn't end up buying them. That would have been like a massive chunk of my money. Like I didn't mind, and now everything else feels a bit, you know, I don't want to spend loads of money on, like, you know, multiple pairs of these jeans if they're just not very good. Like one pair of Levi's would have lasted me a long time, probably decades. I mean, they do last a long time, don't they, Levi's? But yeah, as long as I can find some like decent quality everyday jeans and like kind of size them properly, which is a massive thing, and then just kind of get a collection of those together. I want to get, you know, loads of different colours, like preferably. I've got some white chinos, so I don't really need to think about that. But some more like sort of indigo, sort of blue jeans, some darker ones, and some, what else was I looking for? Some light blues, so like this kind of thing, but probably a bit lighter than this, honestly. I actually can't talk. I don't know where this has come from. I really don't. Oh, I hate it when Chrome does this. Basically, might as well just give up. Basically, it autofills, but always the most stupid. Like if I do Slack, I think I got rid of the autofill link. What I always used to try and do is take me to a Slack sort of, it's not even like a channel, it was like an account that I don't use anymore, like a company that I don't deal with anymore. Every time I typed in Slack and pressed enter, it took me to an irrelevant thing from like July 2023 on a channel that I don't even, like on an account I don't even use anymore. For no reason, even if I wasn't using that before, because it just thought, right, let's save this. This is the thing that's going to come up in the address bar. Same with TikTok. I don't need TikTok Live Studio. I want TikTok. By the way, for anyone that needs to get rid of that stupid suggestion, you click on that. I just haven't done it yet. So that's what you do. And it never will do it again. So if I try again, this is taking me to a specific version of the Google homepage. I didn't need that. So if I do that, get rid of it. Now it's going to take me straight to google.com. TikTok, now it takes me to tiktok.com. That's all I wanted in the first place. So let's see if I can log in. Also, you know what's really annoyed me? I don't know how long I'm going to be able to use my iPhone 4 to record, because I've had it sat on my wireless charger for absolutely ages and it just doesn't work. My wireless charger works flawlessly, like without a single hitch with this. Sometimes it'll, you know, stop charging and start again, and just do that in a loop until you've kind of taken it off for a while and put it back on. That's rare. This phone charges flawlessly. No other phone that I've ever used charges. Actually, Samsung's are okay, but they get really hot on it. I genuinely don't understand what it is. This iPhone that I'm using right here, named and shamed iPhone 13, and my iPhone 12 Pro, they will charge like 10% every 2 hours. It's crazy. It's happening again. And something else, what was it? And then they'll just kind of stop. They'll overheat to the point where they'll just be like, well, we're shutting off charging now, or we're slowing it all the way down, so there's no point even trying. Again, this thing, flawless. So I think I need to get a new wireless charger. Also, kind of, I think I was pushing one of my units one time, and I pushed it into the plug. So like it's really fragile now. It is an alarm clock, but it constantly resets itself. It's a pretty quirky little thing. I do like it, but I don't think I'm going to keep it for forever. But what I was going to say was that's my only option at the minute, because my cable, which I've had for ages, I got like a bulk load of these in 2021, and it's now 2025. And I've had this for probably 4 months plugged in here. It feels like it's been longer than it has. It's plugged into my power strip, but yeah, this is done. There's no life left in this thing. It was only like £2, but it's gone. So that's my option, basically. I'm going to have to go out to this shed and get another one out, and I just don't really feel like it. And I haven't for a few days, but I do need to do that because I haven't been able to charge my phone. It's driving me mad at this point. So, yeah, we'll just see how long this lasts. So let's do men. I kind of want to get some Stussy stuff, but not... See, look at this again. Look, YouTube Studio. What's this going to take me to specifically? Probably... I was going to say probably a video, but no, it actually took me to the proper YouTube Studio homepage. Let's get some drink water right here. Careful. I actually didn't expect that. That is, it's embarrassing. There we go. It's going to be really sticky as well. It's all over my hands. I'm going to go wash these because I'm not going to deal with that for the whole stream. Look at that. I just walked out to Aldi to get this. So I've been drinking it. But it is a problem because it's a 1.75 litre. I've had the whole thing so far. Down to like here. So I'm not going to drink anymore. You're going to hold me accountable on stream. I'm gonna go wash my hands. So what I've been thinking, there's this video on TikTok, and I don't know how long my voice is going to last for. I also don't know why I'm not signed into TikTok. Hopefully I can use this QR code because I just realised I am signed in on here, so hopefully I can scan a login QR code. Let's see. I don't know how to do it because whenever I do scan QR code, that's not right. You've got to do login QR code. I don't know where it is though. Maybe it's under devices, isn't it? Account. I don't know. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my QR code, scan, and let's just see if it like reroutes me. Oh no, it does work. It might be something else. It might be something like, I don't know, Meta. Something Meta that you have to do a different QR code thing for. Anyway, this account has been so many different things. If you're wondering what the pregnant emojis are, it was a phone case thing in 2022. At the end of 2022, I was drop shipping phone cases. I didn't sell a single one. I did sell, I think I got some success drop shipping something, but I don't know, I can't remember what. And then there was just, this was a load of other things. I think I made this account in 2021, and it was like a tech account and like skits and stuff. They were awful. When I tell you, seriously, they were really bad. I'm gonna go through my favorites and find the video. I don't know why I'm going through my favorites and finding it, because I could have just typed it in. That's what I was gonna do in the first place. But let me just do that. Also, look at some of these sort of searches that come up. Dominant leather girls. I forced my boyfriend to cross-dress. We know why that's in there. Gay teen boys Snapchats. I keep seeing that. I don't know why that is. Anyway, what was it? I think I typed in straight leg jeans and it came up. But I don't know. I've typed in so many different things tonight. But unless I just do like everyday jeans. It's none of those. This guy was absolutely glazing Pull and Burn. That's what I'm trying to find. I can't remember what his name was. Where's my other phone? That's weird. I put it on charge. I don't think I even did put it on charge. No, I did. It looked to me like it was upside down. Right, where is he? He's like your typical, like, popular, you know, like the kind of guys that wear like Adidas sweatshirts and stuff. And are popular at high school. I don't know. It just, that's the thing. Where is he? Here he is. Okay. What do you type in to get this? Let's just type in Pull and Bear jeans. Pull and Bear jeans. Here it is. First video. So, he has got the black jeans, which I do want to get some black jeans, but I don't want to get these. Basically, I'm just looking for like an outline here because I don't actually want baggy jeans at all. My nightmare has been jeans since I was a kid. Genuinely, I've always worn like joggers, basically. I don't wear jeans or like smart trousers. Actually, you know what? School trousers I never really had a problem with. I always wanted to get out of them at the end of the day because they weren't that comfortable, but I didn't really think about them. But otherwise, genuinely, I was never a fan of jeans or like any kind of trousers. And especially not ripped ones because they just, I don't like it. What if the hole gets bigger? And also, they just look ugly. I've never liked them, even when they were in fashion. You know, I was growing up when they were in fashion. I did have some cargos when I was young. That's a core memory. I had some proper cargo trousers, and I wore them so much. My grandma had to sew patches all over because they were just destroyed. But yeah, no. Otherwise, I'm not a fan of anything that isn't cotton. But yeah. So nothing ripped. I don't really like jeans. I need them to fit properly. I don't mind wearing a belt anymore, but I'd rather they have to fit like decently well without a belt anyway. Just by nature of, you know, I'm not walking around with them drooping down. That's stupid. And they can't be baggy. That was the other thing. I've never liked baggy jeans. They're just horrible, horrible to wear. So I'm not doing that. Also, they don't look, well, they look good, but the trade-off is just, it's just not worth it at all. These kind of things, these are pretty great. So what we got? So, because the thing was as well, if you'd have asked me about this last week, or maybe the week before, I would have said, no, I'm not getting any light blue jeans. But since I'm not spending loads of money on it, since I'm not buying the Levi's right now, or anything like, you know, Wrangler or anything, I'm thinking I'm just going to get, you know, some really like decent quality, quite popular jeans and like different colours. So I don't really mind. And I've come on to these light blue jeans massively in the past 2 weeks. I thought they were, I didn't get it. Unlike guys, I didn't really get why you'd wear them. But I've seen a few people out and I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. It doesn't usually happen like that, but sometimes it does. Sometimes I'll completely change my mind. I'm open to do it nowadays. So, yeah. So there's these kind of things. Where's the code though? Or where's the, there we go. Oh, it's gone. Go back. So here it is. So it's just baggy jeans. Let's do straight jeans. So I can find a similar colour just in straight. I don't want to go slim. I don't want to go skinny. I don't want to go baggy. I just want to go regular straight jeans, like the 501s, just from a different brand. Also, my expectations are going to be based on every pair of jeans I've ever worn, which have usually been slim. You know what, I actually did used to prefer slim, didn't I? But yeah, I wouldn't. It's not even because of the trend. Like genuinely, some of the jeans were so skinny that I wore that they put me off jeans because they just cling to your legs. They're horrible. I've got a pair here actually. These, I used to wear these things to work, both of these. to work when I used to be a pot washer when I was 16 years old. And genuinely, they are so tight, it is unbelievable. And they still don't fit around the waist. You still have to wear a belt. Do not understand. So not like those, please. They were hand-me-downs. Right. And obviously the 501s I had to wear a belt, but that's because I sized up too much. And something else, I can't remember. They are just generally like a bigger, they were supposed to be longer, so they kind of like flowed better, fit better around my shoes. Either way, I'm kind of just yapping on. So, what we got? Straight leg cargo jeans. No way, man. I'm not getting cargos. I do actually have some cargo pants. In my university vlog, when I was like starting back up on YouTube, it's really awkward. I won't watch that video. But I bought those, didn't I, from Next, and they don't fit. I've already gotten rid of them. They don't fit. Even remotely, I wore them, I think it was the next week, and they were like halfway up my legs. They were so embarrassing. I had to get home, get them off, and just not wear them again. It's a shame, but yeah. Also, I don't really want to wear cargos anymore anyway. I tried them out, and yeah, I'm not really a fan. So yeah, also there's Zara. Now there's some controversy there with Zara, but I genuinely, for the life of me, do not know what it is. And to be honest, I don't really want to read into it massively, because, you know, obviously people have a reason for not, you know, shopping there or whatever. But, you know, I don't know, you shouldn't give too much power to these things, I guess. And I'm just going to be dictated to. Also, I don't know what the controversy is, so I think I've googled it, but I can't actually. I'm not going to read through loads of articles. Either way, yeah. I think they did something insensitive, but are you going to stop completely shopping there because of it? Like, when I go on the high street, there's so many people that still shop there. And you can't just stop buying from a brand because of that. Do you actually think they're going to change anything? Like, obviously, it wouldn't make a difference. Now, I am supposed to be on men's, but these don't look very manly. And that's the thing about these as well. I don't mind this design, but usually when I see them on people, they either look fine, they're hit, or they miss. And I just know that the quality is going to feel totally different to my Levi's, which are like tightly, it's like constructed. They're really decent quality. So they're definitely going to be different. I had some Boohoo jeans at one point. I think I was like 16, 17. And they were so big. They were like umbrella pants. And they're the kind of things that people wear nowadays. But they were just ridiculous. And they had this like chemical thing to them. Even after like 5 washes, it just wouldn't go. So they were gotten rid of very quickly. But yeah, I don't want it to be like that. And truthfully, I don't want a load of weight in my trousers anyway. Like, again, I've been wearing sweatpants my entire life, basically. I don't wear this kind of thing. So I just want to wear something straight-legged, simple. Zara's probably the wrong place to go. But, you know what? Regular fit jeans. There we go. Straight-leg jeans. These look okay. And again, they're not going to be massively like a pair of Levi's because they're like properly, finely stitched. Everything's properly tapered and everything. But I don't know. It doesn't matter too much as long as they look good and they don't feel bad. Simple as that. So, Pleated straight leg jeans, $23.99. They look decent, but they've been massively, like, I would not have them that big. That's a 32-31. and I am a 32. I'm a 30-30. I am no more than that. I've got 32 30s on my Levi's, and they're too big. So yeah, it's a 30-30, and I need to see like what the whether you need to size down and up generally with Zara and Pull and Bear. But let's see. So straight regular fits. So there's the cargo ones again. This is the problem with Pull and Bear. Like, that's what was recommended, but this is the reality here. So yeah, none of those are ideal at all. Straight leg jeans. These are all women's. See, I swear, I click on men and it just comes up with women. There's clearly so little there. But if I do straight leg jeans, because that's what it wants me to search, and if I do filter, there isn't anything else I can really sort it by that would actually help me. So it kind of looks like that's it, unless I get these, which you can get a load of different colours actually, and they look half decent, I'll tell you that. These are the jeans that he has, just in a different fit, that it's a lot more kind of my style for now. I mean, hey, maybe in the future I'll wear something a little bit more baggy, but for now, not right now. I'm not the kind of person anymore to go, that's not me forever, because of course I don't know that. But yeah, I think that could be quite good, you know. And then I don't have to shop at Zara anyway. I just need to see what the sizing's like, because then I can get a few of those, because that's $17.99, and I can get the light ones. It's not a massive outlay for those, and I can grab some darker ones as well, and maybe some black ones. My mate Harvey keeps wanting me to get True Religion ones, and I'm not going to do it purely because he's said it. Not that obviously his jeans are bad, they actually look good on him, but I'd need to actually want a pair of True Religion jeans first. Another place I need to look is Uniqlo, just generally, because I need to get a new coat, some more jeans. Why is it taking me to my shopping cart, guys? You see that? Type in Uniqlo, takes me to the cart. That is the state of Google Chrome in 2024. This is not a feature, guys. Please get rid of it. It's really annoying. Now it's taking me here. Why is that the second link? I'm just going to get so frustrated by the internet today. Also, why does everything take you automatically to the women's section? All these websites do. Like if I go to, I think it's River Island. River Island's website, this is a strange one. Because it's all very, maybe they've changed it. It is women's by default, but there was someone's website, one retailer was just weird. I think it might have been River Island at one point. If I click on men, maybe not. There was one where it was literally just like, you're on their homepage and you just have this like this surreal looking slideshow, and it doesn't help you to buy anything from them. And you're like, well, what's this about? It might have been River Island like last year. I don't know. Maybe they've redesigned the website because they realised it was stupid. But yeah, these kind of homepages don't help anyone anyway. Like everyone's going to drill down into this anyway. So if I did bottoms, jeans, I was looking at chinos last year as well, but they're too smart for me. Like if I'm gonna wear them, I'm gonna wear them as part of like a one-day outfit once every couple of weeks. I'm not gonna wear them that often. I do have some, but I think they're too big, and also I can't be debuting those without like a proper outfit. I've got to want to wear them. So these are the EZY, the Easy jeans. I have heard about these, I think, and they look okay. They look decent quality, you know. Oh, it's got bloody leather on them anyway. Somebody would have known that watching this back, because they probably have them. It's like, when is he going to find out? These don't. Oh, these are the weird ones. These are the drawstring ones. I have heard about these. These are weird. I like the idea, because genuinely, why are jeans so rigid? Like, why do you have to wear a belt? Or like have, you know, elastic, awkward suspenders on them? Like, if you can make skinny jeans and like form-fitting sort of fabrics to use, you can make more sort of suitable kind of waisted jeans. This is weird though. That is weird. I'm not sure about that one. So we've got slim fit. I don't want to go slim fit this time around. There's wide straight. Now I've seen these. I've seen people on TikTok wearing them, and they're not what I'm going for. I actually want some structure to my jeans, and these are literally just a rectangular piece of denim that's been kind of formed into jeans. There's nothing to them. Genuinely, some of my opinions are shocking to even me right now, but that is, it's not exactly wrong, is it? Wide, straight, there we go, straight. And why is that right at the bottom? I do want something like these though. Should I have a look at Pinterest? For no reason other than let's just see what's on my page. I'm not even looking at clothes at the minute, but let's just say, need money for Porsche. Oh, you know what's always on air? There's always those Porsche adverts, those fake Porsche adverts from like, makes it look like it's from the 1970s, but it's literally just, it's got the most ridiculous slogan on it. That is a cold wallpaper, in fairness. Days before rodeo. Don't die wondering. Can I get a kit? This is literally the definition of, like, TikTok stuff comes from here first. Also, I still haven't got my contact lenses, so that's why I'm so close to the screen and squinting. Yeah. That would make things way easier. So if we could just, like, take a note from this one here. Some walks you have to take on. Yeah, you know what? This is really not great, is it? I can see why I leave Pinterest every time, just like, what do I even go on there for? I'm not one of those people that can go on there and see an outfit and be like, yeah, this is the vision, because everything I see, everyone already, it's just like, you could just look out on the street and everyone would have that outfit anyway. Or it's just a load of stuff that's like, oh, this isn't really helping me decide on anything. Some of this stuff is pretty decent though. Music never dies. Yeah, we're gonna go off Pinterest. See, what's the difference between these and these, the standards? I don't know. These look worse. These look like they fit better, first of all. Oh my gosh, there's no way in hell I'm leaving the camera like this. I hope this looks better when I look at the screen, because there is no way I'm doing that. Oh my gosh, is it unflattering? I hate it. The camera's not supposed to be this close, but let me just show you what I've got to work with here. So this is my desk. It is, I don't know what to use to like show you the depth, but there's my phone. It's like 2 or 3 of my phone. Like, I'm too close to my monitor as it is. Like, this isn't a computer desk, this is a writing desk. I've had it since we moved in, and it doesn't work. It definitely doesn't work. It hasn't worked ever, actually. So, like, I'm always too close to my monitor, and I can't have a bigger monitor because of it. It's not great. I need to get a new one ASAP. But my room's really awkward. because it's long, not wide, or deep rather. So if I had a new desk, I'd be even closer to my bed, like literally. Again, let me show you something else. So this is the situation. So my chair is in the middle between my desk and my bed. As you can see, there's no more space as it is. So how am I going to do it? I don't know. I'd have to completely redo my room again, and I don't really want to do it. There's no easy solution to it. Either way, I don't think I'm going to get much else done in this stream, I'm not going to lie. I've kind of looked at a few things, but I feel like I've not got much interesting stuff to show tonight. And everything always sounds more interesting, like, oh, I'll do that on the stream for a bit, until you actually do it. I don't know. Probably go off soon. Also, I'm just not feeling in the mood to do it. I'm not feeling like in my right headspace to stream. That fan has been off for about 20 minutes, and it is annoying me, by the way. If anyone noticed, it did go off. Also, I can barely speak. It's really, really frustrating. So I'll probably look into these more, and things like these, because I just want to get some in. Basically, I want to get some more t-shirts. I want to get some hoodies in. I want to get some coats in. Again, I only have 140 to spend at the minute. When I get paid, I'll have more, but I've got other stuff that I want to spend money on, so I don't know. It's not obvious what to do. Just got to kind of think about it. But anyway, let's see. I don't know. So I go on. Let's just type in straight leg jean. I can't even see anyway. What am I doing? I'm gonna go off in a minute. Why is it coming up with women's? I need to clear my cookies, I think. There we go. So Levi's, Zara, ASOS. Here we go. Let's have a look at this before I go off. Oh, and you know what really annoys me about the internet nowadays? This has been a 2024 and 2025 thing. This is like a brand new thing that websites have just started to do. Or actually, it might have been happening a little bit longer, but I've started to really notice. Whenever I click on a link from Google, it never works. Say, for example, I wanted to type in a specific Nike shoe. I'd click on the link, it would show me that exact page on a website for about 5 seconds, and then immediately reload me, kick me off to another part of the site, like the home page of the site, and then I have to find the shoe again. And then if I go back onto the link, it does the exact same thing again. It's like some ad thing, or like a thing where you click into this referral link and it takes you to the actual link, but then it expires and it takes you off of that link. So this is what it's doing right now. Takes you to this. It might stay this time, but it does it all the time where it just won't stay with loads of links. It's just infuriating. Like, what is the point even having a website at that point, or having a website on Google if it's not going to work? So what have we got? Straight leg jeans in dark wash blue. These look very similar to my Levi's in terms of style. They look like, obviously they're not going to be that high quality in comparison, but they look a lot better. You know what I'm going to do? My hair's looking really flat. We're going to do something. I don't know where my texture powder is. Is it here? Right. So this is from when I used to do UGC, and this is a generally decent brand for permed hair and stuff, and for curly hair. And let's just say, can you see me still? You can. So I've never properly tried the hairstyling powder, and this is by no means a like a sponsorship or product placement or anything. I'm not even going to show the brand. If it's good, I might, but let's see. I was going to do it on stream, but I'm going to have to put it in off camera. So here it is in my hair. And let's just kind of do this in the window here. I'll do it in the mirror actually. Obviously you're supposed to do it when your hair's damp. Like, this is not the way you do it. And I haven't had much texture cut into my hair anyway. I just kind of wanted to see what it looked like. Make my hair a little bit less flat. I will have to wash it out though. Yeah, it's not great. Not on camera. In person, in the mirror, it looks okay. But yeah, I don't think it's really made that good of a difference on camera. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I would probably do it if I washed out at the end of the day. What does it say? To be paired with sea salt spray and pomade. I do actually have some sea salt spray. I'm not going to put that in there. So these ASOS ones could be some pretty good go-tos. I don't know. Actually, the thing about Pull & Bear is they're a foreign brand, aren't they? So I was associated with Tenerife because I went in when I was in Tenerife one year. So the sizes might be out of whack, shipping might be a bit weird. This could be a go-to. Obviously ASOS is UK. And these look pretty much like the most unoffensive looking jeans I've ever seen. They actually look a bit cheap in a lot of ways, but also high quality in others. Let me show you my thinking here. So if I can find the right scene. So what I'm thinking, in terms of stitching and everything, it looks pretty good, right? These look okay. But if you look, there's no back tag at all, like not even a fabric one. And the other thing was, what was it? This button looks a bit, I don't know, it looks a bit flimsy. It looks like one of those jeans where if you're a little bit fatter, the button will just come out. And I've had that. But yeah, usually with skinny jeans, but like, it does happen. It's like, I think it's like the same thing on these. It's like the cheap looking materials that they use. I don't know, what is this brand? There isn't a brand. These aren't bad jeans, but I can't wear them. Let's have a look on the tag here. They're not even old either. They've got a QR code in them. I thought these would have been about 15 years old because they're my dad's old ones. But let's just... they were definitely ordered from a catalogue probably. Not from the actual website. They're a bit older, but... So this is the quality I'd be getting. And I've worn these since I was about 15 or 14. So I can definitely attest to how they feel like. But they didn't feel great to wear. What are the other ones? They're probably ASOS as well. No, they're not. They're Edwin. I don't know what Edwin are. Don't know if they're any good. But same problem there. They don't fit very well. They're too skinny or too slim. I think they're skinny though. Okay, well, that's interesting. I love how I literally just knew they were ASOS without actually knowing they're ASOS. Also, I'm just gonna look outside because it's supposed to be snowing right now, and it's not. Let me just show you the weather app. Let's kind of freeze this in time because this is pretty cool. So we've got, oh, mixed rain and snow. It was 2 degrees and snowing before. It says 10 p.m, 90% chance of snow, 11 p.m, same, 12 a.m, 1 a.m. it goes down to 80%, back up to 90% for 2 and 3, and then it's just rain. That's a bit, it's not great, is it? You know what, it has made a difference, adding that texture powder. I didn't tell you the best part of this this whole haircut. So basically, I was going to get to it later, I just kind of put it off the whole time. Basically, I went for breakfast in in a town nearby in Hinckley, and I'd been needing to get my hair fixed, right? But what I was planning on doing was just going to my old barbers from years ago. That's when I was like 11 or 12, right? So I was planning on going there the whole time. I went to this barber that messed up my hair. We already know that part of the story. So what I ended up doing is just going, right, I'll bite the bullet, I'll make the journey over there, and while I'm there, I'll go into the barbers and see if they've got any walk-ins. So, because what I was planning on doing as well was not booking an actual haircut, because, and it was the best thing to do, by the way, because their regular haircuts are £17 for an adult, which you just kind of, you've come to expect it at this point. My barber gives me like a good deal, you know, even for a taper fade, he puts like a good amount of effort into it, but I got charged 16 for the one that messed up, you know. I was shocked about it in a lot of ways, because even a year ago it wasn't that expensive. At least not in most places I've been. But yeah, so I went to this barber. It was going to be £17. I just walked in and I said, "Do you do walk-ins? Can I just have my hair done soon?" essentially. And he said, "My next appointment is at 1. Are you able to wait?" I was like, "Not really," because I didn't have anywhere to be, but I don't want to sit there for an hour. And I was with my brother and his friend, so obviously we're not, they didn't want to stay the whole time. So so I was like, well, I only want to get like a little bit, I just want to get fixed. And he was like, "Oh, that's fine, just take a seat after this guy, I'll do you straight after." And he sorted my hair straight out. Within 5 minutes it looked as good as it looks now, which honestly, because what he did as well is, and this is something I really respect, he gave me options. He was like, "Well, you know, I'll fix your hair, you can wear it across, this is how I've worn it for years, or at least a smarter version of how I've worn it. It's usually either kind of cropped into this kind of style, or like it used to be kind of like a bit of a Justin Bieber or a One Direction, which this is a bit more of a messy version, or a straight fringe, which I can't have a straight fringe because of the way my hair grows, but it's kind of more of that because it's not cut like specifically in that direction, which the barber had done. The barber before that I went to had actually cut my hair into the curtains, so they had actually been cut sort of off at an angle, basically, and he kind of told me about that anyway. At the end of the thing, I was like, "Well, so how much do I owe you?" That's great. And he was like, "No charge." I was like, "Seriously, I want to pay you. No, Happy New Year." Shakes my hand, and he was insisting that I wasn't going to pay him. Which, first of all, it's a great thing to do. It's really nice as a person to do that, and I really appreciated it. He didn't need to do it, and I wanted to pay him because genuinely it's one of the better fringes I've ever had. And then, and obviously, you know, I was already going to go back as, you know, that being a spare barber's, because I've been there before, and I've only ever had decent haircuts from there, and they're high quality. The owner has been doing it for about 30 years or whatever, but now I'm guaranteed to go back, you know. So it was a smart move anyway. But yeah, not that I'm even cynical like that. Genuinely, he just was a really nice guy, and I would have gone back anyway. You know what, as well, these jeans, which you can't see, I just realised, these jeans look like they've got dirt, you know, here in this in these bits of in these bits of what is that? Words are not coming into my head today. This is what I was talking about. I've actually given myself it. It's like, you know, when you're automatically, like, you go from automatic breathing to like manual breathing, you know that thing? That's what I'm doing. I'm not thinking properly. But the stitching here, it's like dirty. It looks like there's dirt in it. It looks like it's just been washed too many times and not properly. Because why is it not white? And why does this look discoloured here? That is gross. Like in the kind of lower area, it's discoloured from what I can see anyway. I don't have good eyes, so yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? I don't know about those. I might be able to get the other ones, the indigo ones, but not the indigo ones. More the what have we got? Let's have a look at the black ones. No, not sure about those ones either. Which ones did I like? I like the sort of darker blue ones. Probably kind of these ones, but is it going to be the indigos or these? I think probably the... You know, you actually can't tell with these. I think probably the indigos. I think, because I don't want to mess with what works. I already have some indigo jeans and they look pretty good. So I'll probably get these. And the kind of weird looking stitching doesn't look that weird here with this colour. But oh my gosh, with these it looks so weird. It's honestly like, it's like a yellowish discoloration to it. Is there any other ones? So there's the light wash ones. And there's the mid wash. I don't know what the difference really is. I'd probably go for the mid wash, I'm not gonna lie. They look a little bit more, they almost look lighter. Less blue, more kind of just like a light colour. Obviously it's still blue, but it's less blue. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Yeah, I'll probably get these ones, and they don't look as weird. So let me just add a couple of these to bag. I'll have to do waist 30, length 30, which are here, question mark, where? Waist 30, I can't see. I actually don't, oh no, no, they're out of stock, so let's see if I can do the indigo ones, or if this was all just a massive bust. No, I can do the indigo ones, so I'll add those to bag. They're the only ones that I was really kind of sure on anyway, so I'll have to keep looking on that one. So I'll look at the Uniqlo's, because I might, while I'm here, I might get some straight jeans from here and get some more t-shirts, or maybe, I don't know, jumper or the down parker thing. Actually, let's have a look. Where is that? Be under outerwear. Down coat. Okay, we've got another broken website. I tell you what though, you know the developed frontal lobe thing where people are starting to use, or people go on about using their computers for like more important stuff. I started doing that just generally, like a couple of years ago, because the thing was as well, I switched away from using my computer for things in maybe 2009, probably 2020, 2021, because obviously I had at the time, my main phone was my iPhone 8 Plus, and this was like fully up to date with the latest version of Safari and stuff, and everything worked better on the mobile browser, I found. Like it was a time with the internet where I thought there was almost no website or no program really that I needed to use. I was 15, 16, where, you know, anything would be any better on a desktop computer. I couldn't even edit videos as well as I had done before, like using iMovie or whatever, on a computer or even an iPad. I had to use my phone because I was so quick on it, on CapCut. But now I'm finding sitting down at a computer and just using the desktop version of a website, it feels way less cramped, especially than my iPhone 13 mini, but even than this. And this used to be perfect pretty much for web browsing, and it still is really good. It's a 5.5 inch screen, and it's It's like a proper aspect ratio. So it's similar to my iPhone 13, but it's like it's more usable space basically. But yeah, honestly, the computer is where it's at for kind of proper shopping and stuff. And I've got my MacBook as well, so I can just kind of roam around the house looking at things on that. It feels better. Even watching YouTube, I actually felt like a caveman whenever I used to watch YouTube on my MacBook or on a computer at all. Like I just felt so uncomfortable sitting at my desk or just like sitting on my bed with my laptop watching YouTube. But now there's no problem with it. Like genuinely, I think I might be developing. I think I'm less of a Gen Z brained individual, even though Gen Z are just moving that way. It's just as you get older. So yeah, we're all developing. So we've got seamless down, hybrid down, Parkers. I actually don't know which one it is. It's like the puffer jacket, isn't it? But it's not going to be called that. So let's just go for, I think it's this one. It's this one, isn't it? And you know what? It's not expensive. It's literally this exact one. And it's really not expensive. But it's too expensive for me to just make as an impulse purchase. So I'm going to add it to my cart and just leave it there for now. And if you see me in this, or if you see me buy this in the future, well, you'll kind of know when I added it. It was the 4th of January 2025. I know I said the year. So, what was I going to do? I was going to go for jeans, wasn't I? See, here we go. We've got trousers as well. Let's have a look at the trousers. Not that I'm going to buy any, but let's just see what they sort of class as trousers. So these are jeans. Hang on, what makes something that's denim trousers when they're... Like, what makes them jeans and what makes them trousers? That's interesting. Because these I would class as trousers right here. And like smart trousers are trousers, aren't they? But I would say it's about the fabric, not about the style. So maybe these are just in the wrong category. I think these are probably just a bit mislabeled, honestly. So these are the easy jeans. These are the slim fits. I want just like a regular fit. Not a wide straight, not a baggy. Here we go, straight jeans. I think I've looked at these, haven't I? And they weren't suitable for some reason. First of all, they're all out of stock. I don't know what's going on with Uniqlo. It must be like a sale thing, like they've not restocked at all since New Year. But I don't know. They do look good though, I will admit. They do look really quite decent quality, especially these ones. These might be sort of where I'd go for this kind of darker colour. But I do want like that kind, the colour that Harvey has with his True Religions. I do kind of want that kind of thing. They're very much dark jeans. Not like fully black, but they're like really dark grey. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking at like black jeans anyway at the minute. I'm looking at sort of the blues. So I don't have to worry too much about that. But I'll come back to it. I also want to get some more kind of different colours. I don't tend to wear lots of colours. Like I'm usually like a black or a white kind of person. But the Smaddidas kind of hoodies and stuff and jumpers. I want more hoodies anyway and jumpers. And there's some different ones I want to get there. And I want to have the ability to mix and match colours. But I think that's rain. I don't think that's snow. Maybe it is. But yeah, I'm not going out my way to get loads of different things. Also, my thing is with graphics. Genuinely losing my train of thought every 5 seconds. My thing with graphics is I don't really mess with them anymore, because I don't know, people do kind of, they do like a good graphic tee, but there's just like a really fine line between tacky and like a decent graphic tee. So I just tend to get plain t-shirts. I prefer them anyway. I like them, like things to be minimal. This is pretty decent. I did quite like that tee. Adidas had a load of those. I think it was 2023 now, wasn't it? Adidas. It wasn't like a hoodie. It was like a sweatshirt. It was like the kind of full colours, full coloured ones, like this kind of thing, but in a hoodie. I know Jenna Ortega did all the women's ones. She kind of styled all of those, and then there was like a men's version. I used to see them in Birmingham in places like, I don't know, JD or Sports Direct. Honestly, women's clothes are just generally a lot of the time better. Like high key, they just look more comfortable. They fit better. There's less styles to mess around with. I'm gonna glaze them because genuinely, there's a lot of ones that I would wear, but they wouldn't fit anyway. So I can't. What was that collection called? Let me do Jenna Ortega Adidas. It was like the brown one was from that collection. This one, but this isn't a jumper. Oh, it was this one. So what is Adidas Originals? Adidas Originals. I can't type today. Also, I can't see, so I'm kind of. That also doesn't make it any easier. I'm actually getting men's stuff, which is useful. So it was this collection, but I mean, I don't know. Not really seeing anything that kind of jumps out, especially for the price. 50's not too bad, or 35, but for 70 plus, they're all pretty plain, honestly. 45, 50, 20. That's not great. I literally was like, I kind of like that one. It jumps out to me. It's simple. There's the little logo in the middle and it's cropped, but it's women's. Unbelievable. It might be unisex in fairness. Let's do gender men. Because cropped hoodies for guys are trending right now and they do look pretty good. I cropped my Essentials hoodie last time I wore it. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything that great here. I'll probably look on TikTok later. It just seems like a lot of work to do it on stream now, especially considering my eyes are like searing. Oh, that's quite nice. That is pretty nice. Excluded from discounts and it's £80. Premium Essentials. Oh, that is nice. And I think the red thing, because I kind of like the collar, but also I wouldn't actually buy it with that. I liked the look of it, but I was going to go, well, I wouldn't buy this. But I don't think the red thing is actually a collar. I think that's just what he's wearing underneath. And that is generally really quite nice. And it's got like this kind of version. So that is really nice. I would wear that and I would get it. So yeah, that's a win from me. Let me add that to my reading list. Which one of these is reading list? And then what else is there? There's just weird graphics. Oh, what is that? And then there's these. Also, I'm not going to focus on one specific style. Like if you see me looking at loads of different things, you wouldn't, because I've only looked at jeans and hoodies. But over time, you'll probably see me look at loads of different things. Just as I'm kind of on stream looking at, you know, new styles or whatever I'm doing on that day. Genuinely, I'm not trying to box myself into a style here. I'm just trying to find, you know, different things to add to my wardrobe so I can mix and match things and just kind of whatever I'm feeling on that day, basically. By the time summer comes, I won't be wearing these kind of heavy things anyway. I'll still be wearing jeans, but probably wearing a lot more kind of, I don't know, I might get a dry fit. I don't know if it really would work for me. I know I've wanted to get one at least last summer, I think the year before as well. It's pretty expensive for what they are, and I wasn't sure about them. But yeah, I look at flannels as well. I was going to say later, but I might as well just do it now. So, sale. There we go, brand reward. This is what ruins websites. Brand reward ruins websites. And in the future, it's probably going to be gone because companies will know it just messes with their consumers too much. And they'll just cut ties, because that's usually what happens. It is actually snowing, I think. And I would put my camera out there, but I don't think you better see anything. But, yeah. Let's see. There we go. Hoodies. Look how expensive this stuff is. I don't know why for a lot of it. Like, there's some brands that are sold by flannels that you're just like, what is going on here? Like, let's go on low to high. Patrick. I've never heard of it before. And there's a massive difference between the Adidas Originals thing here, which is probably for kids, question mark. It isn't. And actually, you know what? That's not bad. Like, even though it's got kind of just like a, oh, okay, Adidas Paris, like, okay, kind of graphic. But, you know, it's not too bad. I wouldn't mind wearing one of those. And then I can't speak. And then you've got the Balenciaga thing, which is 3,000. Yeah, I'm gonna go off. It's just crazy. The range is unbelievable. But I was kind of, the thing I was more looking for was just like the regular kind of stuff that people are gonna buy, like the Ralph Lauren. What is the massive difference here? I know that the Ralph Lauren stuff is higher quality. I'm not going to deny the fact that, you know, more expensive and kind of name brands are generally better, because they are. But I don't know. This is a name brand, but it's like a really fast fashion name brand thing. Probably popularized by the fact that, you know, old money is popular right now. I didn't see as much Ralph Lauren a year and a half ago in places like flannels. It's definitely slowing, 100%. It's getting heavier as well. I don't know what the rain and snow business was about. But yeah, seeing less CP and more kind of Ralph Lauren old money kind of brands. Represent is everywhere. Essentials, I don't know, I feel like that's always just kind of been on a bit of a, it's just been kind of ticking along for a few years. It's not, well, it is pretty massive, but it's not as massive as something like Represent. Off-White. Bit of a throwback, that one. They're not too bad, but again, I don't know. It just, none of these really jump out to me, especially not for the money. Essentials, Stone Island. Yeah. They're all a bit hype beast anyway. I don't think I'd really wear any of these. So, that has been today's stream. It wasn't actually that interesting. I thought it'd be a lot more kind of just chill. And yeah, it was just a bit, it wasn't great, but it was fine. And it's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be, I don't have to even worry about re-uploading it afterwards. And just be like, well, it wasn't even that good of a stream anyway. Because it's on YouTube. So I don't have to worry about that. My streaming setup actually works now. So what I'll do, I'll sort out my camera for next time. I will try and fix my microphone, but I don't know how I'm going to do it. Because, as I said, I mean, it only works with my desktop PC now. It's just completely stopped working. I still need to sort TikTok out, because that is like a massive untapped area. Like, why am I streaming to no people on 2 platforms? I could be streaming on TikTok and actually get like a consistent few people. and like build something off of that. I mean, the place where you're most likely to kind of have followers that you're able to transfer to other places. Obviously, Twitch is it, but like the second place is going to be TikTok, and in a lot of ways it is TikTok, because Twitch is big for streaming only, but if you're going to be posting other stuff like I would on TikTok, I don't know, you're going to build more of an audience there anyway. So yeah, also last time what I did was I ended the stream on YouTube, but I left it on Twitch, so I need to remember not to do that. Because I was like, well, why is that still moving on my TV over there? Because I have the Twitch one as my preview. I had no idea, but obviously it was, I'd left it on. So I won't do that. But yeah, hopefully this has all worked just fine. My speakers are turned off, so I don't know whether the audio's alright. Kind of just auto powered off. But yeah, I'll probably be on again at some point. I mean, I was going to say in the week, but it's Saturday, so unless I'm on tomorrow, which it is pretty likely, I won't be on until next week, obviously. I've got my deadlines, but other than that, I'm pretty free. I do want to get out more for the rest of the holidays, which I'm still on holiday until the 27th of January. Why is my mouse red? This is weird. Whenever I move on this panel, on this monitor here, which it is really good considering it was like £12 this monitor was years ago as well. The white mouse goes red, or at least it is just kind of while it's moving. I'm sure that's like an image retention thing, like a motion blur thing, but it is kind of weird because this is a 75Hz panel and there's no issue with motion blur otherwise. Everything looks fine. It's strange. But yeah, I'll probably be back on. I still haven't done that hair dye thing, have I? I have to do it at some point. I don't want to bite the bullet, but I should. I also don't want it to be permanent, so I'd have to do it, because I'm starting back work soon as well, so I'd have to do it at a point where I've just finished work, and I've got a few days off. But yeah. You know what I need to do as well with my boss? I need to tell her I ain't doing any more overtime, because the reason that I took this job was so I could build my everything, my YouTube, but also mainly my own business and stuff around it, because I can do my YouTube anyway. I'm going to prioritise that whichever way, as long as I'm not being given loads of work, at which point I can't, and I was like, I'm not going to do that. But I want to be able to build my own businesses and stuff around work anyway. And I haven't been able to do that because I was given like a ridiculous amount of shifts straight off the bat. And I got told as well, because I said I can only do 4-hour shifts and I could only do 2 of them, so 8-hour shifts. I signed up to work at this place for 8 hours total per week, and that's fair enough, right? But no, they put me on 20 something hours, in the week leading up to Christmas, even Christmas Eve. And then obviously the manager, who is nice, a nice person, kind of sold it to me, tried to sell it to me. Obviously it didn't work, but she was trying to sell it to me as like, oh, you won't have to do anything for the next 2 weeks. Yeah, but you've just put me in on Christmas Eve and a load of days, and the day running up to it, and loads of other days running up to it, for 24 hours within a week. The week before, or maybe it was even more, I don't know. And then the week before it was like 20 hours, and the week before that was like 10. It was crazy. Obviously, that's not what I'm trying to do when I'm balancing university, everything else. So yeah, if I needed the money to specifically come from just that, I would do just that. But I know I can make money from other things, and not have to sit behind a cash desk the whole time. It's soul destroying, honestly. So otherwise I would do it, but genuinely I know that I can do other things, and like I have other talents and skills that I can use, and I have been making money from it, so I want to focus on that as well. And I'm going to need to tell her, because she can put me on even more shifts, like well into February. I might be able to change them. But yeah, literally, I told them I literally can't do this, and they were like, but you're on a flexible contract. You signed a flexible contract for the 4-hour thing. They were like, you have to do 8 hours. You have to do what we tell you. We have to do, what we put you on. You have to be flexible. What? So I have to be flexible. You don't. And you can put me on more than I thought I signed for. It's supposed to be a really simple contract, right? Clearly not. Yeah, really annoying. And also, they have this horrible... in the supermarket that I work in, they have this horrible jingle. Apparently it's from the 80s. I was on Reddit. Like I googled like, why is it so bad? Like, I got so frustrated one day. I was in my break. I was just like, why is the jingle so bad? Reddit, some guy was defending it, saying it's from the 80s or something. I was like, right, it's from the 80s. What does that mean? What does that make any difference? Like, just because it's old doesn't mean that it's like okay to have something that's so bad. Anyway, it's really annoying, and especially sitting there for like 8 hours at, I think, yeah, it's like 8 hours of time usually, like 7 or 8 hours. Actually, probably 6 or 7. It does keep going down, but that's about what it is at max. And sitting there, and it comes on maybe every 15 minutes. It is really, really annoying. It's a woman like singing out of tune. This thing. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, I've got to go back. I think on the 8th. So in 4 days, is that right? Wednesday, that's probably right, and then I'm probably back on the Sunday. So the 8th and 12th, and then I've still got from today, so from the 4th it's the 11th, then the 18th, then the 25th, that's 3 weeks, and the 27th is the Monday when I go back, so it's 3 weeks and like 4 days until I go back, which is kind of insane, because like other term dates, like I would have started in high school, which finished in 2023 now, I would have started back on Monday, I think, or maybe the next Monday, but genuinely it would have been really soon, and I've got another 3 weeks off, which is why it's like, why would you set a deadline for this Monday when I've still got another 3 weeks from that day of holiday? I don't get it. Either way, it is what it is. I'm gonna see what I can do about this camera, because this looks a lot better just kind of looking sort of straight onto it. There's not much I can do about my side profile, but what can I do about my tripod? Because if I can have it behind here, obviously one way I can do it is having my webcam. That's why I put it there, for when I'm kind of looking at my computer screen, but it doesn't look as good as this camera, so I want to use this as much as I can. But I guess if I have to just use it for like talking to camera shots, I will. I don't know though. Ah, hello. I don't know if you're still in the stream. Let me see. Community. It's a little too quiet in here. If you're still in the stream, please say hi again, because I didn't actually see whether... I didn't see your stream, your comment just then, your chat, until 2 seconds ago. But yeah. What time is it anyway? 10:07. It feels like it's way earlier than that. Because I mean, at 6 o'clock I was like, just like scrolling TikTok. I didn't do much, and now it's 10. How's that happen? I mean, I've been on stream for like an hour and a half, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much anyway. So I don't know how I've spent all that time. I must have started at 8:30. So I guess that does make sense. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. I need to get TikTok sorted. I think I'm going to sort that. I was going to say tonight, but I don't know where a sim ejector tool is. If I can find one, I'm going to sort it tonight or tomorrow. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next stream. Oh, my iPhone, Sam's iPhone has 5% battery remaining. Well, isn't that a surprise? I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it'll be a lot better and I'll actually be able to speak. I'll see you in a bit.